Hello, everybody. Hello. Sanbonani, Dumelang. Como está? Ça va? Asante. Zirise, Ziribo. Hello. Hola. Assalamu alaikum. All right. Almost every language covered. Okay. I've tried to improve my sound because now I had a problem when recording. There was a problem with sound, but I'm trying to improve it, and I think I'm gonna improve it very well, and it will be clear on my channel. Okay, still on the topic of computer programming and coding. Okay, in the understanding of the basic commoner, like a basic person. Okay, about computer programming and coding. This is one of the most important topics in the world. Most everybody wants to know because everything is becoming computer now. So, and the demand for people who know programming is growing almost every day in the world. So the topic today is very easy and simple. Do you need to memorize text or syntax in order to be like an expert, to qualify as a programmer? Do you need to memorize the text or the syntax in every language? Like I said last time, there are so many computer languages. Okay. Now the question of memorization comes in to say, how can you memorize all the languages? There are maybe over 200 now, computer languages, okay, that you can use to code or to program, to write a program, to write text, to write a program for computers. Do you need to memorize? There are two answers to that question. The first answer that I can give is a yes. Okay, you need to memorize. Okay, but that one is not an affirmative answer. Why I'm saying yes is because if you want to be an expert, okay, and to be a qualified expert, then definitely you will be required to memorize, all right, the text. But to make it easy to memorize text or syntax in programming, definitely you will need to pick one or two languages, not many, just a few languages, computer languages, and then you will need to know about the development environment kits for those particular languages. Some other computer languages, they already have development kit, like Python goes together with the development kit, and Visual Basic goes together with the development kit. But in other languages, you need to there's so many languages you need to buy, or you need to install or download the development kit separately. So then the text editor comes in the development kit. So the second question, the second answer I can give you is ultimately no. You don't need to memorize, okay? You don't need to memorize the text in order for you to code or to program, to be a programmer, okay? Basically what you need is to learn, to understand, or to get a knowledge on the structure of that particular language. Especially you need to know when you are coding or writing a program, where do you start from in that particular language? For example, you're using C#, okay, as the language that you would like to develop a program or develop an application for a mobile phone or whatever it is. For example, you're using Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, COBOL or Defi, Go, Unity. You just need to know the design, how the structure, the data structure, operators, and the pointers. So these terms, they are there, okay? They stand for the objects in the languages. But sometimes in other languages, they are not there. You see, what you find in another language, computer language is not there. You see, for example, there is what is called identifier or identifiers. In other languages, like in C, you find identifiers. But in C++, you don't find identifiers anymore. In other languages, you find strings. In other computer languages, you don't have. So basically, you may not need to memorize everything for you to be able to kickstart your career as a programmer. You may not just need to be, what I can say, to be exposed, okay, to that particular language, okay. And if you are exposed to that language, you will learn the structure, data structures, operators, okay, the strings, the arguments, those that are the objects that are necessary in that particular language. You know how they are used. And the most important questions for you to know to ask is, how is this used? Where does it come in? Okay, what is the purpose when you're dealing with when you're plotting your program, when you're writing your program? So now the question comes in to say, if I don't know the syntax, or if I don't memorize, how would I code? How would you successfully code? The answer is that you will need to research. Okay, you can be researching while you already doing the job. For example, you can learn coding, basically the fundamentals of how to code. All right, that particular language, you can get to know it, the structures. Once you do that, you can even get a job. You see, you can be working as a junior programmer. They call it junior programmer, basic junior programmer, or an instructor. Okay, so then from there you will be doing a lot of research. Basically, coding and writing program is supposed to be research based. You see, you can't write a program and finish without research. It's not possible. You will need to be researching every day. You will research. For example, you are given a task to write a program that can control maybe bank transactions, okay, and that one is networking program. So what will you need? You will basically need to research, okay. You can only get the basics of how SQL program is designed, okay, but the rest of the job you can do it slowly while researching. Slowly, you shall have to be researching. And nowadays it's very easy. Apart from getting documentation, the documentation can help you for a particular language that you take. For example, you want to use Go, or you want to use C, or you want to use assembly language. You can use documentation to see the parameters. But in the case that you don't want to do that, you can use even Google nowadays. You can use search engines on the internet. How do I use operators? Where do I apply operators? Like, for example, in the development of websites, you are developing a website. Maybe you are using developing a website, the outlook of the website, the whole design, how it will look like, what will be the search engine, okay, the user interface. So you want to put in something like maybe like you want to put in like something like archive, okay, where they will be storing files. How do you import archive into your website? So when you go to, maybe you're coding using HTML or PHP, the development environment HTML. So you will basically need to research. How do I do this? All right. How do I design this? How do I design this kind of corner? Okay. Then definitely Google will be able to explain to you that, okay, the best way to do this is to do that. The best way to do this, to do that, too. And then by and by you get experience, okay, about coding, about writing programs, and writing websites. Nowadays, for example, websites you can develop with what's called WordPress. WordPress is embedded, meaning that it's got syntax already there. So sometimes you just edit the syntax, and you can go to help. When you go to help, you see you can ask a question direct on the website for WordPress, and then they give you answers that, okay, I want to include a storage or archive. How do I do it? WordPress will tell you, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that. Okay. And so basically the question that, do I need to memorize the syntax? Okay, do I need to memorize the whole text for me to be a programmer? Basically, yes, if you want to be an expert. But if you are just to be a junior programmer, no need for that. You just need to know the structure of that particular language that you're going to be using. Thank you so much for liking my videos. I will be posting more complicated videos, but explained very easily about programming and computer, every topic, especially in technology. Thank you so much. Like my video and follow me always. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.